Hey Aquarius, welcome to June 2020. If you find yourself overwhelmed by other people's feelings right now, it's okay to retreat when you need to. This way, you'll be more available and supportive of others. A creative project that was on the back burner several months ago finds its way to the front of your mind, and it's a breath of fresh air, and you're delighted. Immerse yourself in your creative thinking, binge on your creative thinking. Be the rebel. Be the one who says making changes is to be celebrated, not feared. Things will feel lighter and brighter. Now, on the 3rd of June, the Sun and Venus will couple together in your sister sign, Gemini. Your sister signs are Gemini and Libra. And this is beautiful because you could find yourself really tapping into an amazing creative flow and expressing yourself through your creativity. And that's really where you want to put your energy right now, is in your creative juices. Like anything that you do that's creative and you find interesting at this time is going to uplift and inspire you. Then the North Node enters this area, which is very exciting. The North Node enters, this is like such a fun part of your chart. It is the area of creative self-expression, self-confidence, being outgoing, love affairs, romance, children, sports, risk-taking, pleasurable pursuits. This is very exciting. So it can be bringing a new relationship into your life. And with Venus there and retrograde, it can be someone from your past, with past lives. If you meet them new in this life, you will feel this familiarity with them. I've known you before. And that's very exciting. On a personal me level, it's all about your creativity. Just binging on your creativity is so good for you at this time. Then we have the Sagittarius lunar eclipse. Now you're going to like these sets of eclipses, the Gemini, Sagittarius, much better than the Cancer and the Capricorn, because it's in the most fun part of your chart. That rhymes, fun part of your chart. So this is very exciting. So it does open the door to companionship for you. And of course we can do all that online where it's nice and safe, or when it's physically safe, let's connect. Now, this is a very spiritual energy because Mars and Neptune are involved, and it's about the mutable signs. So one of the big messages in here is to be listening to your intuition. And you are very psychic sign, intuitive sign, absolutely. I see that like such a message for us in here in June. It's like, let's get out of our head and listen to what the soul is saying. Listen to the inner child, the soul self, the higher self, and be flexible with what's happening. Be flexible with the changes. And I see you being a leader here with all of us and reminding us that change is to be celebrated, not feared. So use this time to perhaps also look at your goals. Is there something you want to complete at this time? Is there a new goal that you're ready for in your life? Very exciting for you. Then the Sun will exactly square Neptune on the 11th, and Mars will exactly couple with Neptune on the 13th. Neptune is spirituality, and when it touches a planet, it pulls the energy out of it. its intention is to get us out of our ego and show us that we're all part of a greater, we're all stars in the heaven, drops of water in the ocean. But it's not always fun. Like the ego's like, oh, leave me alone. So it's a very spiritual energy. However, if you're feeling tired on those days, it's okay to step back from everyone as well. Like if you're feeling like other people's emotions are just washing over you, or you notice that you're so sensitive, it's okay to take care of that. Like, okay, I got to take some me time, and that will help. But it does move quickly because Mars is flying into Aries, and the Sun passes over Neptune in a couple of days. Then we have Mercury retrograde, June 18th through July 12th. Now this is in another water sign, and this is in the area of your work. So this is an opportunity to take a look at your work and what's working, what do you want to change? Now, you are in this massive creative energy here in June, and you're going to feel like, okay, there was something I was going to do several months ago. Now it's time for me to bring it forward. I'm really ready to bring it forward into my life. That's a good thing. Once we finish with the eclipses and this Mercury retrograde on July 12th, we're going to have like this wide window of opportunity to move things forward in our life before the next retrograde of Mars on September 9th in Aries. But that's not going to feel like the Venus or even the Mercury, because he's in his home sign, and I just see it as still very energetic. Now, the Sun will couple with the North Node on the 19th. Pay attention to the cosmic downloads you get on that day, because this could really help you in any creative project that you're focused on at this time. And getting an insight into where this new direction is going for you with this North Node in Gemini being coupled with the Sun. So pay attention to the cosmic messages you get on this day as well. And then the next day, the Sun enters Cancer on the 20th, and we have summer solstice, winter solstice, depending on where you are on the planet, another massive cosmic day where the universe downloads the new codes that upgrades our atom, cells, and electrons. Fabulous day for meditation, for listening, being out in nature, working on your creativity, working on something that inspires you. Then we have the Cancer solar eclipse on the 21st. This is the last eclipse in Cancer. It's the final one in this area of your work. It's a new moon, so new moons are new beginnings. Yet Mercury is, taking his tour backwards here. So sometimes it can feel like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Just be flexible, keep a sense of humor, because when Mercury goes direct, we're going to have this wide window of opportunity over the next 8 weeks of everything being direct, eclipses being done, and you're going to have your full moon, which is going to be very insightful for you coming up here soon too. And Mars is making a fabulous sextile opportunity to Jupiter and Pluto at the time of the Cancer solar eclipse. This can give us energy, it can give us drive, it can give us motivation, and for you, it is about working on creativity, working behind the scenes, finishing the project, completing something. Very good energy. And of course, you're getting ready for Jupiter entering Aquarius on winter solstice in 6 months from now. And I can't wait for Jupiter to go into Aquarius. it is going to be so amazing and absolutely a massive positive new beginning for you and something to look forward to. Let go of what doesn't support you at this time. Cancer is about what nourishes and nurtures you. Eclipses complete things. They begin things and they end things. And this is the final one in this area for you. So it is about completing a project. It is about being open to new, innovative ideas, new things that emotionally feed you. Now, in the energy of Cancer, if you're finding that other people are just draining, what do we call them? Emotional vampires. Oh, there's a funny show on FX about emotional vampires. It's a comedy. It's so funny. Energy vampires, energy drains, it's like, so if you're finding that there's anybody you work with or, in your circle of influence that is just, take a step back. It's good to do the me time. It's good to do the self-care, because the more self-care you do, the more you can be available to others. And of course we have Happy Father's Day on the 21st. I want to give a big shout out to all the dads everywhere. You are amazing. And today is your day to celebrate you. So make sure you're doing something awesome for you that you want to be doing, that's just for you, because it's your day to celebrate you. Yay! Then Venus stations direct on the 25th. Hallelujah! This is good news. So Venus is now going to be moving forward. And you're going to be so inspired creatively here in June going into July. It's really something. And it's also good for moving projects forward. Any creative project that you can put your hands into at this time is going to feed your soul. And you're going to feel lighter, you're going to feel brighter. And that's where the universe wants you. We need you shining your light. Then Mars enters Aries on the 27th. This is good news because Mars rules Aries. So he loves being in Aries. He doesn't know what the heck he's doing in Pisces. So here yes, it does make for the spiritual warrior, and the water signs do thrive, but the fire and the air signs, we can drown in the water. He's like, whoa, you just put out my fire. So with him in Aries, this is good news. This is very good news. And I'm very excited about him moving into Aries. And this is definitely going to be activating you in the area of social activity, community. And we can do it all online, or where it's safe, we can be connecting in person. Then Jupiter will couple with Pluto on the 30th. This is the second. The first one was April 4th. Now we have it on June 30th, and the final one will be November 12th. Inspiring you to dream big, to be creative, to focus on completing what needs completion, getting ready for him to go direct in September and march right into Aquarius. I think I've been alone too much. Yeah, I really love my alone time, but this is like taking it to a level I would never want ever. And it does make you a little weird, I'm weird enough to begin with, but this is okay. So we're going to finish off the month with a fabulous Sun coupled with Mercury. Now this is another power day where the messages come from your mighty I am presence, your higher self. So pay attention on these days. And I've got a link below in the Show More section listing where you can go and get a download of all of these days that I'm saying here, so you don't have to remember it all. And pay attention, because we got some real amazing days in here where helpful insight and information is coming through to guide you, to strengthen you, and to give you this new direction that is shaping up in your life. Now, for those of you open for love, available for love, I mean, you do have the love houses being activated here in June, and it can be bringing you someone that you've known before in this life, but also from your past. And I don't see why we can't meet online and connect through Zoom or Skype and be companions, friends, see where it goes. So that's an opportunity. You could also be meeting someone through work, and where it's safe in the community, it can happen that way too. Just be open and see where it goes. See what happens. For those of you coupled, this is a time to focus on your creativity and maybe even working together on a project, working together on something that is exciting for both of you, that interests both of you. So doing fun things together, doing things that is just for fun and pleasure can absolutely lift you up and your partner. Career, I do see positive change in here with your work habits, and how you work. Now, even if we didn't have this pandemic going on, because of the Saturn-Pluto coupling together that took place in January, February, and then Jupiter and Mars joined the gang in March and April, that's a giant reset of your life. And it takes months and years for the changes to work itself out. So we're all being reset and recalibrated. And even if we're doing the same work we've done, we're going to do it differently. We're going to see and do things from a different perspective. For people that have been laid off from their job, they may not be going back to that job. So that's why it's so important to be flexible and let the universe show you where opportunity will be for you, where the new opportunities to work will come in for you. Maybe it's an online business. Maybe it's your own YouTube channel. Maybe it's podcasting, working with technology, wind technology, solar technology. And this can be the doorway into this new line of work for you, this new way of creating a living. So I think for all of us, we have to stay flexible, stay out of fear, and navigate this uncertainty and allow for where you're going to shine the best. And that's really important. Another message in here is about your health. How is your health? With Mercury here, it's really important for all of us that we're taking good care of ourselves, because, oh my gosh, just this isolating and just lack of activity, physical activity, is very challenging. So now I've created a free program. It's called the Extreme Self-Care Program, audio program, companion workbook. You can get that at my website too. The message in here is to do what empowers you, do what makes you feel physically strong, do what your body needs so that you are feeling healthy and strong going into the future. Spiritually, it's a very spiritual month for all of us, with all of this water energy and eclipses happening and spiritual days. The universe is really talking to each one of us. And of course, it will be unique for each one of you because you're on your own path. It's a general forecast. Pay attention on those power days and listen to your intuition. Let it guide you, because that is one of the greatest skills you can have at this time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and favoring my videos. I so appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate you staying with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It supports the channel and it lets you know when I upload. So until next time, Aquarius, you're going to be feeling lighter and brighter in June, as long as you are taking really good care of you and keeping boundaries with the energy vampires. Ta-da!